Welcome to episode 40 episodes of Star Wars Culture Live, a fairly new, I'm not even going to say new anymore, a podcast focusing on Star Wars excitement and connection, your escape pod for hyperspace buzz and fandom fixes. As always, I am Ian, and as always, this is Marty, and this is where the fun begins. Instead of the negativity you often find on the Star Wars side of the internet, we want to talk about the things we love about Star Wars, how it enriches our lives, community, culture, fans, media, anything at all. So, as always, if you have anything for us, reactions, questions, requests, suggestions for future segments, disagreements, anything at all, throw them in the comments and we will see what we can do. And don't forget to check us out on all the socials. We are at SW Culture Live everywhere except for Facebook. We're streaming to the episode 9 news page and the Culture Slate page. If you're there, you know where we are. Some announcements here. Oh, little pop-up. My storage is almost full. Shut up. Some announcements here. We missed last week, so the news might be a little bit longer. There's a lot of news to cover, stuff coming out about San Diego Comic-Con and all that stuff. And we are back to a 7 p.m. showtime. Obviously, there were a couple weeks there where I had to push it back to 7:30 for some swim class conflicts and situations. But now we are back. The summer is almost over. I actually hate summer. It's so hot. I like not all summer, but like it's so stupid humid here. I'm just so uncomfortable whenever I leave the house. So but as usual, we're going to start with quick fun facts besides that one about each host to help you get to know us a little bit better each episode. So, Marty, fun fact, what you got?
Well, over the 2 weeks, a lot's happened. I went to the movies quite a bit. We've finally saw Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh, hell yeah. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah. Then, out of the blue, we decided to watch Superman again. And then we watched Fantastic Four.
Nice. Yeah, we just saw Fantastic Four last night.
Nice. We saw it.
I thought it was great.
Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was all right. Superman was a lot better in my opinion.
Oh, interesting. I will say that I do believe I am 110% the target audience for Fantastic Four as a as a father of a new baby. I feel like that movie was like geared right toward my demographic. But what was I gonna say? Oh, what'd you think of before we move on, what'd you think of Jurassic World Rebirth?
I thought it was really good. It felt like Lost World 2.0 a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was getting the Lost World vibes.
Yeah.
But I like the mutated dinosaurs. Like that.
Yeah,
that was
all
cool.
the weird ones, like the experimental ones. Yeah, that was cool. It was a cool twist. I think I liked. There were a lot of moments. First of all, the music was like straight out of the originals, like Lost World and Jurassic Park. Like they took some of the music, just like lifted it. Like it felt exactly the same. And then spoiler warning for Jurassic World Rebirth, which has been out for a month. My only problem with it really was that if the waters around the island are not safe in the beginning of the movie, they're not safe at the end of the movie. They made this whole big deal, like, oh, they got on a boat and they escaped the island. They're safe now. Like, why is the movie over? Because the whole movie started because they weren't safe in the water in the beginning. So like, if you make that big of a deal about it, it's like you gotta.
I was waiting for that water dinosaur just to come up and eat him.
I know, right? Like they just like escaped in the water and the music swells and you're like, the movie's over. But like that doesn't make sense with what happened in the beginning. Anyway, that was my only gripe. I liked it. I bought like when you're making a new Jurassic Park movie, you have to, if you're going in a different direction, which you kind of have to do, you have to sell me on all the aspects of the science and the why, like why it's happening. And I think they did that. I had no gripes in general with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, my fun fact is that I got a racing shirt for 501st Legion. We got our so racing shirts are generally what people wear like when they're at events at like the tables at Comic-Con or if they go along as a handler or something to an event, or maybe like if you're going to get dressed at the event, you wear the shirt to the event before you get dressed. Like it's just like a slightly more official representation, and like and it matches, like everyone got their racing shirt. Like we did a run of these, so everyone who ordered one has these in our garrison. So it's got the garrison, old line garrison. So old line garrison represents Maryland and DC, and so it has the DC flag on this sleeve and the Maryland flag on this sleeve, and then it has the Charles Street statue on this sleeve. That's Baltimore, and then the Washington Monument on this shoulder, and of course the big old thing at the end. And you get your username and your number on the shirt. It's by far the coolest shirt I own right now, so I will be wearing it indefinitely. And that includes for podcast. Just kidding. I'm not going to wear it next week. I won't wear the same shirt every week. I'm trying to switch it up. The other fun fact that I have is that you may notice the 123 viewers that are tuned in right now. You may notice that I misspelled animation in the title of this video. And since it goes from the streaming platform to all of the individual social media accounts, we will have to fix that later. So I am sorry about that. That's on me. I was typing. I wasn't even in a hurry doing it. I have no idea what happened. But anyway, so that was our host facts. And into HoloNet news, which, like as we said, there's kind of a lot this week. Last week, Tony Gilroy spoke with Deadline about the lack of Emmys acting nominations for Andor. There are a lot of performances that I wish were recognized. Diego Luna and Genevieve O'Reilly. These aren't great moment-to-moment performances. These are epic long-term character studies that they've done over 24 episodes. I think the ultimate victory is that these performances will be celebrated and discussed for years to come. I feel confident about that. You should feel confident about that, Tony Gilroy. Yeah, I think but those two and more, like the emotional cascades that they bring to this, the depth and the drama that's like 10 times as intense as any other show I've been watching lately. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. I was just saying, I kind of agree with Tony about this, but you got to think in other terms. Like, there are some other shows out there that people talk about, people like, that haven't even been nominated at all. And the only one I could really think of, and it's kind of like apples and oranges here, but Family Guy. Everyone still watches Family Guy. They've never once been nominated for any Emmys.
I know, that's great. They even made an episode about it. Yeah, they have the Emmy nominated episode, like, is what they called it, and they just like do all these jokes. And yeah, you're right. I am partially ashamed and partially proud to say that I am caught up on all 20 whatever seasons of Family Guy are out right now. They keep throwing him money, and he's just bringing out all these jokes that he's been sitting on. It's just so, like, it's not as good now as it was like in the first 8 or 10 years, but like it's still like I'll chuckle. It's good. Right. But you're right. We should. I am thankful that Andor is in there at all. Yeah. Like it. I mean, it should be, but
I feel like as long as you got a show that people talk about even after it's over, I think you got yourself an award that way. Like, it's rewarded. It should be a reward within itself, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and that would be cool, but also like a trophy on his mantle would also probably be good.
Oh yeah,
or Genevieve or Diego Luna.
Yeah.
Star Wars launch bay at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Orlando will officially close on September 24th. It's set to be replaced by a renewed Magic of Disney animation attraction that's expected to open in 2026. Kind of sad about Star Wars Launch Bay, but also now that there's whole Star Wars parks in Disney, especially in Orlando, there's lots of Star Wars stuff. So I know it's not the exact same thing, but I'm sure they will find a way to make something cool happen with the stuff that was usually in Launch Bay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will. Who knows? They might, if there is a room, expand upon Galaxy's Edge or something. Make it bigger.
Mm-hmm. Do like a little, I don't know, like a little. You could do like a launch pad off of. There's ships all over the place. You could easily just make a space for the displays and stuff that were in there. A look inside the Echoes from the Galaxy Star Wars auction exhibit at the Comic-Con Museum in San Diego. So we are getting into the since I'm looking at news from about a week ago on the Star Wars Underworld Instagram page. By the way, go follow them. But we're starting to get into the Comic-Con news to recap here, so there's going to be a lot of those. Original artwork for the iconic Return of the Jedi theatrical poster, Star Wars booth. It's not a small booth. Black Series Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary 2-pack figure set from Hasbro. You are my brother, Anakin.
I'm surprised it's taken them that long to make that set. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It was a weird choice. I guess they have they always done like things in poses like that, or is that kind of newer?
I don't know. I think maybe to display them. I think they've always done them in poses, but I was just thinking like Black Series has been around for how long now, and we haven't had Anakin, Obi-Wan, Revenge of the Sith sitting on that platform. In all this time, like a decade. I'm gonna say at least a decade.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. Darth Maul Shadow Hunter. Look at him. Anyway, first look at Ezra Bridger in Ahsoka season 2. I mean, he looks freaking perfect. This kind of fits with our main topic of today, but look, it's just they nailed it. With this casting. He looks exactly what, like, I still, when I picture animated Ezra, he's younger, obviously, but he's got this little smirk and he's got the hair and he's got this is exactly what he would look like grown up in live action.
I'm glad about the scars. Like, you couldn't really see it with the beard, but now that you can definitely see the scars on his cheeks.
Yep. Yeah, it's real. They didn't miss that. That's great. I think that was the biggest news that I was excited about this week. Full Cad Bane prosthetics from the Book of Boba Fett. That's pretty crazy. Imagine how that must have been a freaking monster to deal with that whole time. And his pistol there, beautiful. Star Wars Rebels concept art, Ahsoka there. A model of the Colossus from Star Wars Resistance. I don't actually know Star Wars Resistance, but I assume that's pretty cool. It's
a sleeper show. Like,
yeah,
it's actually pretty good for what it is. It's a 2-season show. The first season takes place directly with Force Awakens, and then the second season is immediately after.
After Force Awakens?
Yeah. Kind of after Force Awakens. It's not bad. The animation's a little to get used to. It was kind of like that jumping from Clone Wars to Rebels. It was a little to get used to. Yeah. So each show's got a kind of its own look and feel. This one's a little almost like anime-ish, I want to say, but not too anime-ish.
Interesting. We're watching. My stepson and I are watching Attack on Titan right now. Maybe once we're done with that, we'll knock that out. The Star Wars Resistance, because I feel bad that I haven't seen it. It's not on purpose. I just never happened.
Yeah, no, it took me a while to get to it, but when I did, I just kind of binged it. I was like, okay, something to do,
Yeah.
something to watch. It was pretty good.
It's Star Wars. You gotta see it. Tales of the Jedi concept art. Love that. Bad Batch props. Nice. Casting crew jacket. Clone Wars maquettes. Interesting. Adi Gallia. Oppo Rancid. I haven't seen that name in a long time. Yeah, all of these. Yeah, these characters. The Fireball and a T-85 X-wing. So is a Fireball? Oh, that's from Resistance. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
A lot of Resistance ships here. Bad Batch concept sketches. The Blade of Talzin from Ahsoka. Ooh. Clone Wars concept sketches. Love it. Created by Dave Filoni. So he's just drawing this stuff?
Yeah.
Jeez. Black Series Leia and Han. Love it. I still need a Black Series Mando. I just keep forgetting to buy one. They're not even rare. Rebels, Clone Wars. You got one? Yeah, you got yours right up there. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I need mine. Rebels and Clone Wars maquettes. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but Resistance concept sketches, Black Series Dathomir Witch Halloween figure. What?
Yeah,
it's totally it's Wicked. It's supposed to look like Wicked. That's awesome. That's cool.
Alphaba Asajj. I love it.
Alphaba Ventress.
Alphaba Ventress. I love it.
Interesting. Resistance maquettes. Dave Filoni quote about Lucasfilm animation. Side-by-side comparisons with Ahsoka and Sabine in animation and live action, which fits with what we'll get to. Shadow Lord, first official still from Maul Shadow Lord. Looks like he's ready for action. Fitting to have new images of Ezra and Maul dropping on the same day. Yeah, they had some testy interactions together. Let me see. All right, Lucasfilm publishing panel. So much to be excited about. All those books coming out. Cavan Scott revealed at SDCC that the High Republic finale one-shot releasing next Wednesday reveals why Master Keeve Trennis leaves the Jedi Order.
She becomes, if I'm not mistaken, one of the first 20 what is it, like Lost?
The Lost Jedi or whatever it was.
Once I have the busts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Realistic R2D2 just hanging in the corner. No big deal. Original noble form of the Nameless and their decline.
Yeah.
Can you just? I have no idea what that is.
So it's basically they attack Force users or anyone who is Force sensitive, even if you're not a Jedi. And
that's unfortunate.
It hollows you out and turns you into a
husk, a shell.
Yeah, like a husk, and then you just collapse into dust.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, that's just its noble form. If you go through the pictures, it gets really ugly.
Great. I will pass on that for right now. Nasty. All right. Mandalorian visual guide officially revealed at San Diego Comic-Con will be out in time for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Love it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, me too. Concept of Aslan Rel by Ian McCraig from The Art of the High Republic. Lots of San Diego Comic-Con stuff. Author Tessa Gratton discusses what the High Republic means to her. More teases from High Republic art. Take a look inside the upcoming book, Industrial Light and Magic, 50 Years of Innovation, releasing early 2026. Preview pages officially revealed for The Art of Star Wars, The Acolyte. First look at Star Wars Hyperspace Stories. Book 2 of the Reign of the Empire trilogy is titled Edge of the Abyss. From the Ashes is the title of Book 3. Star Wars Outlaws Low Red Moon is the next. Oh wait, is that a? Oh, that's a book. Sorry.
It's a prequel novel.
Yeah. Okay, cool, nice. Hyperspace Stories, Tides of Terror. So these are all the books. Hasbro revealed that the next HasLab crowdfunding project is a vintage collection LAAT gunship. Classic. Love those.
And I'm not sure if we'll see the picture later on, but the guy who was in charge of designing this toy had a side by side of this one versus the old one from like 2008, and this one is so much bigger and more detailed.
Oh, really?
It's amazing.
Love it. Nice.
And it comes with like different like styles. So like on the nose, you know how they had like those special paint jobs?
Yeah.
It comes with like, I think I saw like 3 or 4 different attachments you could put onto it of like different nose art. Wow.
That's awesome. Like for different like squads that are piloting it or whatever. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Previews for Cobb and Scott's Star Wars Tales from the Nightlands 1-3 from Dark Horse. Mandalorian and Grogu movie in 300 days. I am so pumped for this movie, and I am so not ready for Mando's story to be over.
Same.
Fantastic Vernestra Rowe and Reese. Wait, what? Oh, Vernestra and Reese Silas cosplay. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
The word fantastic threw me off. I thought it was supposed to be like a mashup of Fantastic Four. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was sitting there looking at it like, huh.
Yeah. Preview of Dark Horse's upcoming comic, Hyperspace Stories, General Grievous. First look at Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures, the training sessions. That is debuting December 9th. From Dark Horse. High Republic, the finale, releasing July 30th. New children's book revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, You're My Little Grogu. I will be getting that. Got a toddler out. Oh, I saw this everywhere, dude. This lightsaber cosplay. It can change colors. Like I saw it red too.
Huh. That's clever.
It's so big. It's so I don't like.
Imagine getting through the
door. That up. Like, yeah. What the hell? It's almost time for a Lucas Museum panel. Yep. Queen Latifah. Yeah. Biggest news. George Lucas actually took the stage at San Diego Comic-Con, which he never does. And this was all over the Star Wars internet. That was crazy. I don't even know how I would react. I would have so many questions.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I feel like I'd be hyperventilating. Like,
yeah, and I like don't want. I also don't want the answers. It's like I don't want him to answer. I don't know.
You know, I feel like out of all the Star Wars questions I would ask him how retirement was. And everything. I was like, how's retirement?
Yeah, how's it going now? Like, are you happy? Are you okay? Because like a lot, I know this is not what you expected in the beginning. So those merchandising rights, though, holy God, good move. Guillermo del Toro and Doug Chiang on stage for the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art panel. Standing ovation, obviously. Guillermo del Toro, Queen Latifah. Lots of clips about that. The Force is strong. That's it. Lots of cosplay. George R.R. Martin praised Andor in a recent blog post. Andor was this year's highlight, far and away the best of the Star Wars spinoff. Looked gorgeous. Diego Luna was first rate, and there was a realism and tension to the story that was sadly lacking in most of the other spinoffs. Okay, mister, I can't finish a book. Let's just calm down with talking trash about the rest of the spinoff. Why are you watching all the spinoffs instead of writing the story?
He's got better things to do. This is why I can't take his word for anything anymore.
Right. Like, what do you... Stop procrastinating. Stop criticizing other people's shows. Work on your stuff. You're a very busy man. But also the realism and tension does not need to be in every single one. If you get it hammered into you with every single show that Star Wars puts out, like it's not the point. But he's right that Andor was awesome. So I will agree with you on that, Mr. Martin. All right. We got through it. We got through all the massive amounts of news from this week. Oh, man. Took 25 minutes, half the podcast. So let's breeze through these next few little segments here on this day in Star Wars history. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Marty froze. He's frozen. All right. Well, we're going to skip ahead to the dad joke of the week. Without him to react, this is going to fall much more flat, but all right, it's going to be fine. Actually, I like this one. Listen, okay. What did Luke say when he ran into Leia on Tatooine? Oasis. 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 I thought that was amazing. I greatly enjoyed that one. That was so stupid, but I definitely I got an actual chuckle when I read that one. All right, he's back. Good. All right, I just did my dad joke, so you're good to go.
All right. I don't know what happened here. It's going to become a thing, I guess. Hopefully, at some point, the internet's going to be working.
All right, that's your mistake. Mine was the title of the YouTube or the title mistake. Yours is your internet. That's we each got one freebie today.
I think we're even.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So today in Star Wars history, today is July 30th. The Phantom Menace opens in El Salvador. A whole 2 months, really, after it premiered in the U.S.
Wow. I guess it took time for everything to get down there.
I guess so. You can imagine, though. I mean, I'm glad the internet's not as fast as it is now back then, because you imagine like having to avoid spoilers for that long.
Yep. Yeah, the culture was just kind of different. Also, people like didn't try and spoil it, I guess, as much. I don't think.
That's true. I think we're just in that era now where everyone's like, I must spoil everything. I don't care who you are.
I have literally deleted the social media apps from my phone sometimes, like just for a day or two, so that I can be spoiler free, because I will accidentally go scroll and then accidentally see a spoiler.
Yeah.
Or I just like move them to a different part of my phone so I can't accidentally click them. Why do I have hiccups right now? Oh, this is embarrassing. All right. So that was on this day, and we already did the dad joke. Did you hear the dad joke, Marty?
No, unfortunately I caught the punchline.
Okay, I'll hit it. What did Luke say when he ran into Leia on Tatooine? Oasis. Yeah, that's good. I chuckled, like I did an actual like out loud chuckle when I like a snort almost. All right, into the meat of our episode. Animation, not animation, animated characters in live action. So we had this it was actually someone on Threads, right?
Yeah, it was on Threads. Someone posted it.
Yeah, Star Wars Culture Live, our social media team posted this thing that says, which Star Wars character has made the best transition from animation to live action? And they just had all these photos of all the different characters. I guess I could pull it up somehow.
Excuse me.
How do you go to Threads? Wait, did they put it on our Instagram too? Because I can just Star Wars Culture.
I'll say if you have a Discord up, I think I sent it to you through there.
Yeah, I just didn't add Discord. Here it is. Yeah, here. So we've got Sabine, Ahsoka, Hera, Bo-Katan, Zeb, Grand Inquisitor, Chopper, Fifth Brother, Ezra, and Grand Admiral Thrawn, and Hu Yang, and then Ryder Azadi. I always forget about Ryder.
Well, There's one more that's missing on this, but he wasn't really important. He is from Rebels, who made it to live action. Jai Carell, I think it was his name. He was in the
Academy. Yeah. The guy, the helper guy. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how I remember that all of a sudden, but I was like, eh.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, what do you think? Who had the? Why do I look green? I gotta fix this. What do you think? Who had the best? That looks worse, doesn't it? That's better. It's like orange. Whatever. Yeah. What do you think? Who had the best?
To be honest, I might have to go tried and true Ahsoka, just because I feel like she kind of kickstarted it somewhat, more mainstreamed it, I should say, where animated people become live action. I think she was the first one. Well, I shouldn't say the first one. I think there are a few others, but she's like the biggest one who made the jump. And
she might have been first because she showed up in Mandalorian, and so did Bo-Katan, I guess. And the rest of these, I believe, are from Ahsoka, except for Zeb. The Inquisitors are from Obi-Wan.
Yeah, there's technically more, but those are what we see on the on our social media. Those are just like the popular ones that everyone's familiar with. There's actually spoiler word ahead. There's actually a question about who the actual first one was.
Well, I actually don't know. So I feel like I don't even know which show now, which seasons of which show came before which. So I'll probably get that wrong.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You might get it once you see the question.
Yeah, I think there's one on this list. Are they in this photo? Because I'm pretty sure they're in this photo. They're not. All right. Well, see, there you go. Gonna be wrong. Yeah, I like Ahsoka. I think I was disappointed. This is not their fault at all. I was disappointed because I'm used to seeing Ahsoka so like acrobatic and athletic, and that's not exactly the vibe that they brought. But I'm used to seeing the Clone Wars Ahsoka, where she's smaller, younger, like more just energetic, and now she's more like Rebels Ahsoka, where she could still fight like crazy, but she's also like a little bit more wise, more of a teacher, more patient, slow moving, not as like eager and on the go all the time. And that's I mean, that's who she is now. That's the character now. But whenever I picture Ahsoka, I picture like seasons 3, 4, 5 of Clone Wars, where she's like just kicking ass everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with that. I guess the first one that comes to mind, but I don't know. Here recently, I just feel like just because Rosario Dawson's face is now synonymous with Ahsoka, I feel like every time Ahsoka's anywhere, they're always posting Rosario Dawson's version. So if you look at anything, they hardly put the Clone Wars version, or they hardly really ever put Rebels Ahsoka, and I feel like she was kind of my favorite during that time.
Oh yeah, Rebels Ahsoka.
Yeah, because she was a mixture of what you see in live action and a little bit in Clone Wars. She's kind of like still agile, still fast fighting, but she's a little bit more level headed. She's got her act together. She's not gonna go charging forward like she would with Anakin in the battle. She's like, okay, let me think about this for a minute, and then go in charging.
And when she's like training Sabine, she feels the same frustrations that Anakin and other teachers thought when they were teaching her, and her impulsive butt.
Yeah,
and that was kind of fun to watch.
It felt like one of those what comes around goes around.
Yep, it's like it's your turn now.
I'm sure Anakin's sitting there, Force Ghost, hidden away. It's like, now it's your turn.
How
You
do
were like
you
that
like it?
once.
Yeah. All right. What do you think of the others? Let's go with the Rebels crew. Like we've got Hera, Sabine, Zeb, Chopper, Ezra, Thrawn.
Yeah, I feel like it helps, especially with a little bit more boost since Zeb is a CGI creature and he's voiced by the same guy who did him in Rebels.
Yeah.
That boosted him up. But then you go one step further with Thrawn, same actor and everything.
Thank God, dude. I'm so happy that they picked him.
And I can't imagine anyone else as Thrawn, voice or live action. Although Mark Thompson, I believe, who is the narrator for the Thrawn audiobooks, does a very good Thrawn voice, and he kind of did it before. Really? Yeah, he kind of did it before Lars Mikkelsen. So I don't know. He kind of gives him a run for his money, but other than that, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I feel like he's earned the right to play in live action. He does plenty of, not like they like pulled him out of nowhere. Like he does plenty of live action acting already. He was brilliant in Sherlock. That was a horrifically scary villain character. Excuse me, my God. Yeah, Zeb. It's hard to put like. I feel like Zeb's face, especially, it's more cartoony than some of the other characters in Rebels. Like his expressions are very like simplistic, base, instinct, emotion, and we haven't really seen enough of him to see like how it lasts like long term. They just like kind of gave him a little cameo. So I hope he comes back in like Ahsoka maybe, but
he's I heard he's gonna be in Mandalorian and Grogu. I've actually saw a spoiler trailer.
Don't tell me. That's fair. I'll take that spoiler. That I'll allow it. Here we go. Just kidding. But I'll yeah, that's a spoiler I'm happy with. I do want to see more of him. Like everyone loves him. Hera, I thought Hera and Sabine. What do you think? I mean, Chopper was the same. Obviously, that was cool.
Chopper was the same. He could have been a little bit more of a maniacal maniac who killed a lot of people, but it's kind of hard to do that in live action.
Yeah, and the plot didn't really. It wasn't like an episode of a show where you have all these other hours to like focus on the bigger characters.
Yeah,
it just didn't quite support having him do that.
But as for Sabine and Hera, I think they did a really good job casting these actors as these lovable characters from the cartoons. I mean, you're not going to get everyone who's done a voice for the show to do live action. That's just not possible. It's just So I'm glad they found. Wow, I kind of blanked there.
I don't know actors' names at all. I really should, but I couldn't name any of these people.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead's the only one that kind of popped out. I know the other one's Natasha, but I can't remember her last name for the life of me. But
being actress.
But I think they did a fantabulous job.
Natasha Bordizzo. Natasha Bordizzo.
Bordizzo. I'm gonna remember that maybe. But they also at the same time didn't feel like their Rebels characters a little bit. Like I felt Hera is supposed to be like the motherly type, even to the smallest of characters. Like she just had that motherly instinct. And this one, she's a little bit more. I'm going to be the go-getter. I want to do battle somewhat with Thrawn, and then Sabine. She just acts like she hasn't grown up. Like I felt like she matured a little bit in Rebels, but now she's kind of going back to being I'm a broody teenager who's in my mid-20s.
Yeah. I am choosing to give Hera that the benefit of the doubt there because I am assuming that she took some time off from the active rebellion to raise a freaking toddler. And after you raise a freaking toddler, you want to get back and do your thing. And so the fact that she's like chomping at the bit to do good here and eliminate Imperial threat.
I mean, yeah, she did fight in the Battle of Endor. That's been established. So she had Jason, a little toddler, with her flying around and fighting.
Oh boy. Maybe he was hanging out somewhere else. Maybe he wasn't in the. I'm going to say he was at Galactic Daycare somewhere.
Maybe Galactic.
It makes me feel better. The reason that they like didn't seem like they're Rebels characters to me is so stupidly shallow. I just got used to their animated versions, like the animated faces, and they're not those animations are not like human faces at all. Like I'm looking at them right now, like the eyes are very big. The faces are just shaped a non-real person way. And that was just jarring to me visually to go from that. So I didn't really connect them at all. Like I knew who they were, and I was like watching this new thing, but it wasn't like it didn't seem smooth to me. But that's no one's fault. Like no one can look like the animated characters in these shows.
No.
Like,
they come close though. They come close.
Yeah, they're like the vibe is right. Sabine, of course, she would have trouble like learning from Ahsoka, and of course, Ahsoka would have trouble teaching Sabine, and of course, Hera is. Yeah, I mean they didn't do anything wrong. I just had trouble wrapping my head around it visually.
Yeah. What'd you think of Ezra though?
It's not me. It's not you. It's me. Ezra, I have less of a problem with that because he's so much older now than when we saw him. So it's like he's gonna be different anyway. Does that make sense? So like,
yeah,
it like when they're watching the recording, the hologram, I'm like, that doesn't look like Ezra at all. So
yeah, I kind of thought so
like,
too.
I just have to be like, oh, okay, that's Ezra now, and that's fine. You just have to make that little adjustment. But I had trouble doing it in my head that I didn't necessarily have trouble with like Ahsoka. But then again, like Ahsoka has the whole like headdress and the tails and the like all that, and I mean Thrawn is blue.
Yeah,
the Inquisitors have these crazy outfits. Hu Yang's a droid. Like a lot of these it's not the same.
I will say though, we're talking about just the characters. I kind of want to touch in a little bit on their clothing. At least their clothing, for the most part, looks pretty good. Something that you would actually wear. Except the one that bothered me was Ezra's recording video. Him in that orange jumpsuit thing. I was like, who would wear that? Like that's just kind of bright, standing out there, like something that. Whereas what you see in the live action Star Wars, it's a little bit darker. Everything's got a certain tone to it, like grays or beige or something like that, with a little bit of color.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Ezra is
he was 14, so I can't really say much.
Yeah, but he is sneaking around a lot, so you'd think bright orange is not necessarily the way to go if you're going to be sneaking around stealing things.
Right.
Let's move to, let's see, how about Bo-Katan?
It's again, she's really good. I'm glad they also got Katie Sackhoff to play her again. Like she looks like she would out of animation had she grown up. That's who I pictured.
Yeah,
as Bo-Katan. She's
all
she's
of the
actually one of my
problems,
favorites as well.
yeah, all of the problems that she had, or that like her character, like, you know, flaws, maybe challenges that she had as a youngster, like we saw in Clone Wars, are definitely still present in the live action in Mando, like just in a more mature version.
Oh yeah, she's definitely matured quite a bit. So I guess that helps as well. Switching it from I wouldn't say kid friendly, because Clone Wars was an animated show, but it definitely had some adult themes to it at some points.
Yep.
And even Rebels, some of their episodes, the later the seasons went, it had a little bit of more of a mature theme, just not as much. So I like how it carries over. It just gets more and more mature with this character, going from a Death Watch member all the way up to being Lady Bo-Katan Kryze of Mandalore.
Yeah.
To someone who's broken because she just lost her whole planet.
Yep. Another funny thing about her, I never thought about it with the animated character, but like, how did she take her helmet off so many times and then her hair is just sitting straight like that? Like, how you can't, like, that's not how that works. Sorry. I don't even have hair, but I've taken helmets on and off. I know how it works.
A lot of conditioner and hairspray go into it.
Let's talk real quick about the Grand Inquisitor from Obi-Wan, because that was a thing. Yeah, go ahead.
No. They had a template already for live action, okay?
I know.
They had a template. Like,
I know.
Revenge of the Sith gave you the live action template for this creature. And they went ahead and just shaved his head and put a little bit of stripes down, and it says, okay, that's the Great Inquisitor. No, it's not. Like, is he supposed to be younger, maybe? I don't know. It just felt like they just rushed his character.
He doesn't act younger.
No. I feel like they just rushed his character's makeup and said, okay, that's good. We're got to get this show out. No time to build this skull a little bit taller, his teeth pointier. That's the other thing. His teeth are pointy. In the cartoon, his race have pointy teeth. He's got normal looking freaking teeth.
Yeah, and he's they had the normal, or the pointy teeth in Revenge of the Sith in the live action already. Yes.
Yeah, I don't get it. This is the only one I have the most problems with, followed by a little bit behind the fifth brother. He doesn't look like a monster. He just looks like a dude.
Yeah.
Just some tall dude with green face paint.
Yeah, and they made a huge deal in the animation that his eyes were like white, you know, and they didn't do that at all. You could do white contacts, or at least something lighter, so that it's jarring to look at, you know, and they didn't do that either. Yeah, with the Grand Inquisitor, the reason I wasn't quick to criticize it when I saw it, because I was like, maybe, you know, like when you see those guys in the Revenge of the Sith, like, they have to walk very carefully. It was a lot of makeup, obviously. It was all this stuff, like this fancy clothing and everything, and they have to walk really fancy. So my thought was, they probably can't do all of that because there's going to be some crazy stunts. Like, this dude's going to be fighting. And I was wrong about that. He didn't do much. He didn't really fight much in that one. He was mostly walking around just as stiff as those guys did. And I was like, if that's gonna be mostly what his character does, then just make it look like those guys. You did already have a template. Like, I know races like can look like, people can look very different within a race, but like you said, if there hadn't already been a live action example of that species, that race of people on Utapau, then it's fine. It's like, oh yeah, okay. Like, I mean, yeah, Mace Windu looks different in animated. Count Dooku looks different in animated. Like everybody looks different in animated, but like they already had the thing.
Like, and his animated form looked like the template a little bit as well. Like tall, big head.
Yep, it clearly had the lines more than the yeah. So I
did him
do
dirty.
have to agree. I gave it grace at first because I assumed there were some stunts coming that would justify a lack of like a need for flexibility or something, but then that never really happened.
I would have been fine had the lines and his tattoos underneath his eyes been more prominent. Those were kind of faded too.
Yeah.
Like everything was just faded on his face.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was like, which doesn't make sense because, like, I mean, it's not like the guy we see in Rebels came before the one we see in Obi-Wan. Like the guy we see in Rebels dies. Like that's the end of his life. And so the one we see in Obi-Wan is supposed to be younger than him. So his face paint should be, or his tattoos or whatever should be clear and just as vibrant or whatever. And then same thing with the eyes. Like, oh yeah,
I was saying, and you go back to the animation in Tales of the Empire. He was in that. That came right. Revenge of the Sith. He looks exactly like he did in Rebels, which is kind of interesting how they were able to make him look like that. But he looks like the Utapauans you see, race you see there.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a rare negative review from us, I think. From that
the fifth brother as well was kind of negative. I love the actor, but they did him dirty as well. Again, I don't know. It's the details that they didn't catch. Like with him, he's supposed to, he also had teeth that were sharp.
Yeah,
still a regular guy. And he stood around too more of the time. It's like these. I'm gonna call them animation legacy characters. They just stood around. They let Reva do all the work.
Yeah. Yep. And they have moments where they're using the Force or doing like one motion or whatever, but it's not ever like anything too crazy to justify a lack of. I mean, if you can do all that action in the Book of Boba Fett with all that Tusken Raider stuff, like you can do it with slightly different human stuff. Like I think they could have done better. I think. We talked about Thrawn. How about Hu Yang, the droid in Ahsoka?
I loved him. He looks and acts. Well, I would say acts, but he's still as knowledgeable as he was in the Clone Wars. I love that Dave Tennant's back.
Yep.
I don't know. This guy also almost to me looked like a 1-to-1 scale. Exact look-alike.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really miss, I guess, if you're able to do the CGI stuff to just match the droid up. I mean, that's great.
Yeah. I do love though that he's also matured a little bit more. He's wise, but now he's also a little bit more of a smart mouth when it comes to Sabine.
He's sassy. Yep.
He's sassy.
Yep.
Even Ahsoka, he's a sassy with.
Sassy droids like K2SO, Hu Yang, Chopper. It's a thing. It's a vibe.
Oh yeah.
On this graphic, we also have Ryder Azadi. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw him in Ahsoka, I hadn't watched Rebels enough recently to even remember who the hell he was. I didn't recognize him at all. Now that I see him side by side, I'm like, yeah, okay, that works.
They got the voice actor to do him as well. I mean, I thought it was kind of.
Oh, it is the same guy.
Same guy.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, then I'm not. Yeah. I ain't mad about it then. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, man, they got quite a bit of people who to reprise their animated roles, do
Yeah.
live action.
That's cool. I feel like they could have made his beard a little bit more specific, accurate to that shape, because I feel like one of those things that they did in Rebels was make people's facial hair really specifically prominent, and they didn't aim for that really with that. But
Yeah, I don't know why they gave him a full beard in Ahsoka when he definitely had that goatee looking thing.
Yeah, that's different. It's like maybe it was I mean
I
he's
guess
older
like
and he doesn't shave it now anymore. Doesn't aim as high. All right, that's everybody on the graphic. Do you have any honorable mentions that you want to bring up outside of those special ones, those popular ones?
No, I'll save that for trivia.
All right. Okay, so let's move on to the last segment of the show. Star Wars trivia. So every week, Marty makes a gives us a trivia question about whatever the topic of our show was. So obviously this week it's animated characters in live action. So I have not seen this, and I always guess along with you guys. So feel free to put the answer in the comments. It's just honor system. Like, just, you don't have to worry about spoiling it for anybody. There's no score. We all win or lose depending on. You know what? We all win if I get it right, and we all lose if I get it wrong. So.
There you go.
So yeah, hit us with it. What we got?
All right, who was the very first character to go from animation to live action? Was it A, Boba Fett, B, Ahsoka Tano, C, Bo-Katan Kryze, or D, Saw Gerrera? That's another one I forgot to mention. I forgot about.
Yeah, it is. Wait a minute. Okay, so go from animation to live action. Okay, all right. This is a trick question because Boba Fett was in the Star Wars Christmas special, and that was his first appearance. Before he was in The Empire Strikes Back. So I'm gonna go with A, Boba Fett, but I'm also thinking about like Saw Gerrera. Was he animated first? Was he? Or was he just a distracted role? Distractor answer.
You're going to have to find out. What do you think it is?
Boom, baby. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Glad I
thought about that. Yeah.
All the way back in 70, 78, 79, the holiday special.
Yep. Also glad I watched that this year because I wouldn't have, or last year because I wouldn't have remembered that.
Aren't you glad I made you watch it?
Yes. I am glad you made me watch it. Well, as
at
a person,
the same time, you're like,
no,
I hate this.
I'm like, I'm not happy for having watched it, but I'm glad that I now don't have to watch it because I've already watched it. Does that make sense? I'm glad that the box is checked off, but I am not a better person for having watched it. It is. It's no wonder that shit's not on Disney Plus. Like, I wouldn't want that there either. That's what I would ask George Lucas about in the panel. I'd be like, hey, so let's talk about the Star Wars holiday special.
It shut you down, man. It shut you down.
It would be worth it. I will get kicked out of Comic-Con. It would be worth it just to see what expression flits across his face. I think would be really funny.
But to answer that Saw Gerrera question, yeah, he started out in Clone Wars season 5.
Right. So that was before Rogue One. Okay.
Yep. Because it was Ahsoka's last season.
Okay.
Last season as a Jedi.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. We just kind of like knew who he was before. Yeah. All right. Cool. So let us know if you got that right. I feel like I kind of ruined it pretty early I forgot to wait and say my answer, but I was excited for having remembered that it was a trick question. Marty tried to get us. But either way, we hope you enjoy. That's the end of our show. Trivia was the last one. We hope you enjoy what we're doing here. We know Star Wars fandom and comment section can sometimes get dark and toxic, especially on YouTube, but it does not have to be that way. We are here to bring fun and positivity to the Star Wars side of the internet. Remember, there are more of us. Again, if you have anything for us, questions, requests, suggestions for segments, anything at all, throw them in the comments and we will see what we can do. Don't forget to follow us everywhere at SW Culture Live. But on Facebook, it's Culture Slate and Episode 9 News. And don't forget to follow at Marty21794 and at Nerdiest Stepdad. Pretty much anywhere where those at symbols work on social media platforms. We're all over. But until then, I didn't even say anything yet. We will see you 7 p.m. next Wednesday at our normal time, talking about some other aspect of Star Wars and fandom and culture or something. But until then, have a good night, have a good week, and may the Force be with you.